late round of monsoon storms wreaking havoc on the valley overnight, damaging winds, rain, hail, leaving behind a path of destruction. From the far east valley to the far west valley, they are still cleaning up from the storm tonight.
The severe weather ripping off roofs, flipping over planes, and knocking down power poles all throughout the valley. Tonight, we're following the cleanup with team coverage.
Brian Webb's in Scottsdale checking out damage there. Linda Williams is in Phoenix, where crews are still working to repair power poles that are down. But first, let's go to Steve Nielsen live at Falcon Field Airport in Mesa. And Steve, what a mess out there. Planes tossed over, roofs ripped off. That was something.
Every building you see out here has some level of damage, it appears. Every plane, some level of damage. Really an impressive storm. Take a look at this hangar behind me here, though. This hangar was built decades ago. It has withstood countless storms over the years. But as you can see, it was just no match for the winds last night. After running for safety inside, Jaden Long started recording as the storm slowly crept into their building at Falcon Field in Mesa.
Windows started shaking. Our building right there is solid concrete, solid brick, and that was shaking.
Once it cleared, they saw the damage. The roof of the hangar was gone.
It was weird seeing pieces of metal, seeing pieces of just the entire hangar building just thrown off.
Just to the north, 3 Cessnas now form a ball of mangled debris.
They're all chained down, all in 3 different positions in the plane. To get lift, you need more than 60 miles an hour wind, so of course the winds were hitting higher than 60 miles an hour.
Gilbert Medina with Flight School Leopard Aviation says all of their chains snapped.
So it has a hook. There's a different hook in there, and I don't know where that is.
And it just ripped it clean off.
It ripped it clean off.
The drive-in for Russ with Precision Helisupport was shocking.
Just saw a bunch of debris everywhere, and I was wondering where did it all come from. And then I look to the right, and I just see that's our hangar. So everything on the ground is our hangar.
Inside, multiple planes and helicopter damaged, but then insult to injury.
The rain that we got this morning made it even worse.
At Arizona Aircraft Interior Designs, the water got in again because the walls are gone, simply sheared away by the wind. There used to be 4 30-foot-tall hangar doors here. Only one remains. We found another hundreds of yards away, wrapped into another hangar.
I'm surprised that the weather and, Arizona just decided to throw us this curveball.
Back live here in Mesa. As you can see, for some, it's cleanup right now. For others, it's starting the return to normalcy. In fact, we saw flights taking off all day today at Falcon Field. And the flight school, by the way, they told us although they lost those 3 planes, they've already ordered 3 more to replace those planes. So they'll be ready to go. And they just shifted a lot of their training classes today over to their Scottsdale campus. So really no impact on them. Reporting live, Steve Nielsen, Fox 10 News.
Steve, thanks. Some World War II vintage airplanes were among the aircraft damage at Falcon Field. The storms, and that's coming up at 5:30. We're going to hear how a veteran nonprofit organization is working to rebuild those precious pieces of history. The bulk of the damage happened in the East Valley last night. The National Weather Service says in some places, wind speeds reach 90 miles an hour. Take a look at this house near Power and Brown. You can see the AC unit fell right off the roof and onto cars below.
Scottsdale also took a hard hit during last night's storm. Check out some of this damage right here. You'll be able to see that the carport was torn off the side of the home, taking much of the roof with it. And tonight we went back to that same property, and it looks even worse during the daylight.
Fox 10's Brian Webb spoke to the homeowner and has more tonight.
Well, I'm standing in what used to be someone's home, but as you see, Mother Nature yanked the roof off of this home and threw it onto the house next door, and that's just the beginning of the mess. Wood, nails, and shingles are scattered across this property. Ron was inside watching TV when the roof fell on his head.
What just happened? He's sitting there watching Cheers, and then the ceiling's on top of me.
Ron's roof was connected to the carport. The strong wind sent both sailing, tearing down power lines in the process.
Yeah, I haven't been to sleep yet. And then so I get up this morning and just start cleaning stuff up because my yard's a mess.
The interior of the other apartment seems okay, but there are 2 busted air conditioners and likely several holes in the roof. Mike Afsa is the unlucky landlord.
What's interesting is the property next door, which is the same type of property, has no damage.
Ron's unit, well, that's a different story. But as they say, at least everyone's okay.
It's a new day. We got to face what happened. Our landlord's here. He's taking care of it for us. SRP emergency services have already been out. So everybody has stepped up to the plate.
Oh, but wait. Mother Nature provided one last kick in the pants. Just as the sun began to rise, small hail started to fall. And this is the rest of the roof in the front yard, and the neighbor's olive tree pulled right out of the ground. Another neighbor tells me a similar storm came through here a couple of years ago. It didn't do this kind of damage, but he believes there's a kind of weather bullseye for this small block. In Scottsdale, I'm Brian Webb, Fox 10 News.
Yeah, really great perspective.
Yes,
on that drone.
yes, really good.
Well, it was a muggy night for some people in central Phoenix because they were sweating it out with no power. A dozen APS power poles went down in the storm in one neighborhood.
Linda Williams is live where crews are still working to restore power and get those poles replaced. But boy, there were some cars even covered in some of those lines. That was dangerous out there last night.
Yeah, APS crews been in this neighborhood near 16th Street and Oak since last night. They are still here. Let me show you why. Looking down the sidewalk, you see that? Those are all wooden power poles lying stacked up there. They were pushed over violently by Mother Nature overnight. The wild wind that blew through the valley blasted this central Phoenix neighborhood near 16th Street and Oak.
You've seen hurricanes, right? You know how the wind's just blowing all the water in the air? It looked like that. We could not see. We had to slow down.
The biggest blast you ever heard, like, I don't know if it's those or the thunder.
Over 200 residents in the area lost power as the wind brought down a dozen APS wooden power poles. Some damaged cars.
I think there's now 4 cars that are wrapped lovingly by some power lines. So
the poles toppled across Oak Street for 4 blocks from 16th to 20th Street.
Honestly, the wind was insane.
The National Weather Service office in Phoenix says they tracked a strong storm cell on radar moving east to west at about 8:20 last night, with straight line winds gusting at 60 miles per hour. APS crews tackling a tough job, cutting the wooden power poles, removing them, and eventually they will replace them. Job 1 right now is getting power back to customers.
We got power at 5 a.m., so it was out all night, but...
Long night?
No, I ditched and I went to my friend's house, so luckily I had power back where I was at.
Back out here live at 16th and Oak. Now what you see lying on the ground there now is a new power pole, but figure they have to put up 12 of these. It could take a couple of days. The good news is, talk to APS, and they said they were able to reroute power to this neighborhood, so no one should be sweating it out still into tonight because it could take a couple of days before they get those poles replaced. Reporting live, I'm Linda Williams, Fox 10 News.
Linda, thanks. Well, the question is, could we have a repeat performance tonight?
And let's get to meteorologist Crystal Ortiz with an answer and a look at radar. Crystal.
Yeah, we're going to begin with a recap of yesterday, and then we'll look at where we are right now. So let's take radar, and you can see the kind of track that this storm cell that Linda mentioned, where it moved from the west to East Valley. So just north of Buckeye, you see it. There it is, wiping through the West Valley, and then it really powers up over central Phoenix, and you see all that lightning clustering through the East Valley. That's where it had its biggest kick or push of winds. In fact, if we tighten up, you can see right there is when it started to power up, and that was that swath of 60 to 90 mile per hour winds that the National Weather Service is estimating in this area, and that's where we saw the worst of the damage, kind of leveled up where those winds were. So you might have heard a few different weather words tossed around. I wanted to explain. We talk about microbursts pretty frequently with the summer monsoon storms that we get. These are small areas of damage where the winds kind of ripple outward from where the storm hits. Now, think of this as, say, you'd have a cup of water. You pour it on the ground, and the water splashes out in every direction. That's a microburst. Now, you've also heard us talking about today straight line winds. Straight line winds similar to a microburst, but it's a longer stretch of damage. It also sometimes is called a macroburst. It's a larger version of that microburst, and typically there's one edge that has the worst of the winds, and that's what we saw moving from west to east, that just line of winds that took down trees and ripped roofs off.